Yo, heroes of Season of Discovery, Phase 7 is here and some classes are absolutely crushing the competition. Today we're breaking down the most overpowered builds, where damage numbers are off the charts and logs are exploding. Before we dive in though, hit the like button and let me know in the comments, which class do you main? Let's kick things off with melee hunters. Yes, you heard that right, everybody has been maining range hunters, but it looks like Blizzard may have accidentally made melee hunters extremely overpowered in Phase 7. Check out this insane breakdown. First, Raptor Strike. It boosts Mongoose Bite by a whopping 75% when fully stacked. Then you've got your Shoulder Rune, which adds another 20% damage. You've got your 2-piece Tier 2 set bonus, giving you another 20% damage. And your 2-piece Tier 3 bonus ramps it up by 30% as well. The kicker, though, is that the 6-piece Tier 3 Naxxramas set bonus, it's 24% more damage, 24% more crit damage, and that crit bonus applies after all the previous increases. That combo sends Mongoose Bite numbers into the stratosphere, hitting over 10,000 damage. You're pumping these insane damage numbers, especially when everything's stacked up. Just listen to what the pros are saying. Yo, so melee hunters, they look strong. Have you been blasting with them? Oh yeah, I just got 6-piece, so next week I'm gonna be pumping huge damage. So are you a melee hunter diehard, or have you been curious to ever try this build? Drop your thoughts and any insane damage numbers you've seen in the comments below. Next up, we have Feral Druids, and if there's one ability dominating Classic WoW right now, it's gotta be Rake. Here's why Rake is absolutely breaking the game. First, you've got the 2-piece Tier 3 set bonus from Naxxramas, and that's gonna make Rake tick every single second. Add in the 2-piece Tier 2 set bonus. That's not only increasing the duration of Rake by 6 seconds, but it's also massively boosting the damage as well. Plus, you've got your Tier 1 4 set bonus, which can be applied to your shoulder, very handy, and that lets Rake crit as well, which is even more damage. With all those bonuses, you're unleashing a Rake that often does more damage than all your other abilities combined in a fight. And thanks to that insane power with Feral Druids, the skill gap has really shrunk dramatically. You don't have to be scared off by the difficult rotation. This is the best time ever to be playing a Feral. This is a little bit like playing a melee Shadow Priest. So Feral Druids, has Rake become your secret weapon? Would love to hear your thoughts on how crazy Rake has gotten, and of course share your biggest DPS moments in the comments below too. Moving into the Dark Arts, we've got the Affliction Warlocks. They're tearing through Phase 7, relentless, overpowered dot damage, the huge Shadow Bolts as well. See, their damage over time spells, they are stacking up like a ticking time bomb, and when combined with the new Phase 7 gear, your Atiyesh, your new 6-piece Tier 3 bonus, every tick feels like a mini explosion. According to the recent logs, the Sims, Affliction builds are absolutely lighting up the DPS meters, and that's turning every boss encounter into a meltdown. Take Gothic as an example. You can boost up your Curse of Agony with spells like Power Infusion. You put it on the boss, you let it tick up before the boss even engages for huge damage. Or you could put Curse of Agony on the 4 Horsemen bosses. That massive scaling dot damage, it really skyrockets Warlocks to the top of the damage meters. So Warlocks, is your Affliction build shattering records? Let me know your highest DPS moments and share your build tips in the comments. Now let's talk about the undisputed kings of AoE in Boomkins. Boomkins may not be at the top in terms of single target damage, but they do bring something to the table that nobody else can match. You take your Tier 2 set bonus, the 2-piece, where you get 25% more Starfall range and damage as well, and you combine that with your 6 set from Nax, which is going to reset your Starfall every single time you use Star Surge. Then boom, you have this unstoppable AoE force, basically a perpetual motion machine of destruction. The coolest thing about Boomkins is they now fill this very valuable niche that nobody else really can fill, where they're really strong on specifically very difficult fights. On Gothic especially, they can really carry with huge AoE damage, and also on Kel'Thuzad. These are 2 of the hardest fights, and Boomkins really shine there. Phase 7 may not have given Boomkins top-of-the-line single-target damage, but the fact that they fill a really specific role is super cool to me. So Boomkin mains, how do you feel about your insane AoE prowess? Let me know how you feel. So Fire Mages, they are really living up to their name in Phase 7. They're burning through enemy health bars with explosive critical damage and insane spell combos. While Ignite not decaying on targets below 20% and undead targets below 20% behaving like they're frozen is incredibly strong. The real culprit is the fact that they get all these different stacking bonuses that kind of stack on top of each other, a little bit like the melee hunter. Take the guaranteed critical strike with the AQ42 set, or your shoulder enchant buff giving you additional flat damage. While you may feel like you're just casting spells, everything is working in the background to absolutely dominate and rewrite the DPS charts with these massive hard-hitting spells, devastating crits. Logs even show fire mages consistently topping the meters in the key fights that really matter, proof that when the heat is on, they're unstoppable. So fire mages, have your spells been lighting up the logs? Drop your fire mage thoughts and your record-breaking numbers in the chat below. And now let's dive into the darkness with Shadow Priests. With enhanced gear synergies and more powerful spells than ever, Shadow Priests are delivering unholy DPS with next level support to match. See, Phase 7 has really amplified their ability to stack shadow damage. That makes every single fight feel like an apocalyptic showdown. It starts with your AQ42 set bonus, and that's adding Mind Spike every single time you're channeling a Mind Flame, which is crazy. But you really amp up with your 6 set from Nax. That's giving you massive crit scaling on all your core rotation spells. You're spamming out bigger Mind Blasts than ever, massive Mind Spikes, Mind Flays, to go with huge free damage over time. And of course you're healing the entire raid the entire time too. With your somewhat complicated but proper DPS snapshotting at the start of the fight, your damage numbers are nothing short of mind-blowing. So Shadow Priest, what is your go-to cooldown to break through the raid defenses? Let's definitely hear your strategies in the comments. Last but not least, we have the Retribution Paladins. These are the burst damage kings, and they're refining what it means to carry a raid. The Tier 2 2-set bonus for Judgments, it does give you completely free damage at no cost, which is great. But the real secret in Phase 7 is that you get flat damage bonuses in your new Next Ramas set, and really crazy damage scaling with the 6 set. Already the Kings of Alliance support, Ret Paladins are now a formidable damage dealer in any encounter too. So Ret Paladins, do you feel like your burst damage is at an all-time high? Are you one-shotting Horde with ease outside of the dungeon entrance? Share your epic burst moments in the comments below. So there you have it. Each class is absolutely broken in Season of Discovery. Whether it's the unexpected might of the melee hunters, the relentless power of Rake for feral druids, or the explosive burst from fire mages, the competition has never been fiercer or more fun. So which class do you guys think is really overpowered right now? Let's settle the debate in the comments. Epic logs, build tips, all your opinions are very welcome too. If you enjoyed this deep dive, smash the like button, subscribe for more in-depth WoW analysis, and ring the bell so you never miss a beat in the world of classic WoW. Until next time, keep smashing those DPS meters, and happy gaming too.